All right. First off, I'm going to start off by saying all honors and glory due to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai Hamashiach, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. Double honors to the elders and apostles over at Great Millstone, from where I got this 100% truth from. Okay, so I'm out here today in the elements, another Saturday. Okay, the wickedest day, I'm gonna say every day is wicked in Babylon the Great, but the wickedest day of the year has surpassed. Okay, by the night it'll be surpassed. Okay, so that's a good thing, because the anti-Messiah day, which is called Christmas, it may not ever be another one. Okay, it may not ever be another one. Okay, the skirt's lifted up on this wicked ass place. In the state where I'm at, they got the vaccine rolling out on Monday. In various other places, I hear other brothers talking about what's going on in the UK, London, and various other places across the planet. Okay, so this thing is real. This prophecy is real. Okay, so this devil, he knows that his time is up. It's just a matter of it's just a matter of days. Okay, not our days, but a matter of the Lord's days. Okay. All right, so I'm only out here. This message is only being brought out here for these people on this chart, not everybody in the world. Okay, not all the other nations, only the people that's on this chart. All right, so here we have it. We still have Jake. We have Jake. We got the 2/3, and I'm gonna say Jake because I'm gonna separate Jake from the 2/3 because the 2/3 is just gonna stay 2/3. Okay, Jake got a chance because until he knows who he is, he won't have that chance to awaken. But by default, he's gonna be a part of the hair. So it's the 2/3, but they got to be reborn. Okay, they got to be destroyed on this side and burned up on this side, and destroyed on this side, and rebirthed, and have to learn everything again. All right, so we got the Maxine, I'm gonna call it, Parvo shot, getting ready to be introduced here in Wisconsin. Okay, so the governor has it out to kind of lay it into the hospitals. I believe that's what if the resource that I read is right. Hospitals and then nursing homes. Okay, but this thing is gonna go into another lockdown. I can sense it. That's in the air. I think in every border of the wickedness that's in this place. I think that it's gonna be another semi-lockdown, but the vaccine is only like a purge to get the scare back up, if you get what I mean. All right. As everything gets put on the bills and the presidency switches over, which is just the other half of the wing of the bird, of this wicked ass kingdom here in Babylon the Great, land of mixture and confusion. This thing has to end, no matter how much anybody wants to plead their case and say that they're sorry for what their forefathers done, which isn't going to happen. Okay, you got to pay with blood. Okay, you got to pay with blood. All right. So let me bring out some scriptures here, because these heathens, they don't seem to get it. Headed by Esau, Edom, the Edomites. That's their nationality. They're not white people. Okay. Last time I checked, that was not a noun or a person, place, or thing. So that's a color racial construct that was made up by the guy that goes by the name of Walter Plecker. Okay, so that was if you're white, you get privilege. If you're black, you're worse and wicked. Okay, so that's just a little summary of where that came from. I think it was Pennsylvania or somewhere in West Virginia, somewhere down in that way, down in that area where the predominant white supremacy went on and started to put things on the books. Of course, and then you have Jonathan Blumenbach. That was, I believe, he was either brought over here or he was either studied over there, or I think he went to school over there overseas. But he's the one who came up with the whole supremacy clause as far as superiority with the makeup of a human being by cutting open, you know, and examining skulls and limbs and stuff like that. So those could be a couple more people that, you know, you can look into as well. This place is finished. Oh, here we go. I keep my eyes peeled, you know. Sometimes, you know, some wicked want to start getting on the radar when they start coming around. You know, everybody got their own gift though. Everybody got their own gift. If you in this truth and you've been awoken. Okay, I'm only out here for the 1/3 hopeful elect, which is 144,000. Excuse me if I'm not saying it all the way where it's you know, being said right. Whew. What I had here, something here. Okay, so this is the book of Numbers, chapter 35, verse 33. So ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood it defileth the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that sheddeth it. Okay, so who shedded all this blood? Who? Well, they're walking around today. Okay? There is no statute and limitation on murder. So you are your forefathers. Last time I checked the law books, the pseudo law books, there is no statute and limitation on murder. So somebody has to pay for somebody's crimes. Okay, let's see. Let's go over here to the real law books. All right. So let's go over here to Exodus chapter 21. Exodus. See, this is the real law book right here. Okay? Authored and inspired by Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai Hamashiach in the ancient Hebrew tongue. This is the real law book. All right? All right. It's a little cold out here. 21, did I say? So the law book is open. The real law book, not the pseudo law book. All right? So this is the book of Exodus, all right, chapter 21, verse 16. And he that stealeth a man and selleth him, or be found in his hand, whose hand are we still in to this day? You got to get a social security card, you got to get a birth certificate, you got to get a passport to even leave this place. So whose hands are we in till this day? Of course, under curses that are coming up, you know, being lifted off of us, this nation that's on this chart, not everybody in the world. Okay. Now, throughout various other power constructs now, don't get me wrong, all four corners of the earth, this just happened to be the headquarter, Basra. Let's read that over. The book of Exodus, chapter 21, verse 16. He that stealeth a man and selleth him, or if he be found in his hand, he shall surely be put to death. So, Numbers chapter 35, verse 33. This is a precursor to it. Okay? Whichever way you want to see it. That's what has to be done. Okay? For the land to get back right, and for everything to go back in its order, and for, of course, the blood that was shed. Okay? Which is whose blood? The children of who? The children of who? Okay. Go over here to the children of who? Book of Deuteronomy. Again, this is the real law book, not the pseudo law book, not the legislations, not the states and codes and conditions and the borders of wickedness. This is the real law book. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy power. The Lord thy most high power hath chosen thee to be a special people, okay, unto himself. No, you run a race, everybody get a ribbon. Everybody wins first place. No, it does not work that way, and it never will work that way. Okay, it wasn't ordained to work that way. From the beginning of the foundation, it wasn't ordained to work that way. Above all people that are upon the face of the earth. Verse 7. The Lord did not set his love upon you, nor choose you, because ye were more in number than any people, for ye were fewest of all people. Verse 8. But because the Lord loved you, and because he would keep the oath which he hath shown unto your fathers. Who is our fathers? Forefathers we're talking about here. People do have forefathers. Last time I checked, people got forefathers. So, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Okay? Not Esau. Okay? That not Ishmael. That branches off somewhere else. All right. Let's make sure we got it right. Hath the Lord brought you out of the mighty hand and redeemed you out of the house of bondage. Synonymous with Egypt, because that was the first bondage. Synonymous with Egypt, first bondage. From the hand of Pharaoh, king of Egypt. So you have Egyptian, Babylonian, Assyrian, Persian, Medes, Greeks, Roman, and this is the extension of Rome. Last captivity. Of course, we were under curses, but last captivity. But there was a point in time where all these other kingdoms, they knew who we were. See, this is the place that keeps the secret and the wickedness. Right here, on this soil. Okay? Headed by who? The tabernacles of Edom. Okay? But now, hey, the son of perdition being revealed. Oh, is already being revealed through the truth of this gospel coming out. And that's the truth. That's the truth. That's the verdict. Now, gonna have some witchcraft. There's gonna be some witchcraft that's gonna be performed through these different phases of, I'm gonna say, Maxine. You know, like a parvo shot, that's 6 in 1. You know, they give it to you. You know, it's a 6 in 1. You know, but this thing with the Maxine parvo pandemic, it's going to be in phases that's going to lead up to that chip, okay, and ultimately trying to ostracize the children of the nation of Israel. Now, them Khazars and them rats over there in that land, they surrounded around what's getting ready to happen over there. So they're finished. That land don't belong to them. All right, cold out here today. Getting cold, sun's starting to go down. We're at the, let's see, second quarter. Going to the third quarter of the day out here, third hour of the day out here. Yeah, at least there's snow in here right now. Let's see how it's gonna go. Oh boy. Whew. Hands getting a little cold here. So yeah, you know, tired of being in this chain. You know, this is a chain to those of us that are in the truth. Okay, these bodies is finished. You know, we want them new vessels. You know, with them super strengths and abilities. Book of Isaiah, chapter 63, verse 1. Who is this that cometh from Edom with dyed garments from Basra? That is glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength. I that speak in righteousness, mighty to save. So that verse right there is telling how this is going to be an aerial attack. Okay, aerial attack by who? Yahushua. Okay, in the chariots. All right. Verse 2, wherefore art thou red in thy apparel, and thy garment like him that treadeth in the wine fat. Verse 3, I have trodden the winepress alone. Get that one more time. Let's see here. Verse 3. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 63, verse 3. I have trodden the winepress alone, and of the people there was none with me. For I will tread them in mine anger, So somebody's very upset. And trample them in my fury, and their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garments, and I will stain all my remnant, for the day of vengeance is mine. Heart. So that's what he's thinking about. That's what's on the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai Hamashiach's mind right now. Now let's read verse 4 again. For the day of vengeance is in mine heart. Not this pump right here. This is the heart. And the year of my rendiment, Salakia, and the year of my redeemed is come. What year are we in and what's going on right now? A famine across the whole earth, all four corners. Make no mistake about it. Verse 5. And I looked, and there was none to help. And I and I wondered that there was none to uphold. Therefore, my own arm, which arm is that? My own arm brought salvation unto me, and my fury, it upheld me. So that's the right arm of who? Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai Hamashiach. Yahweh's son. Okay, in the ancient Hebrew tongue. Paleo Hebrew, that is. So that mighty arm that's the mighty arm of the Lord Yahweh Shai, the Father's son. All right, let's see. Verse 6. Isaiah chapter 63, verse 6. And I will tread down the people in my anger, and make them drink in my fury, and I will bring down their strength to the earth. Let's read that one more time. And I will tread down the people in my anger, and make them drunk in my fury, and I will bring down their strength to the earth. Now we know we're on earth right now, but what is the earth entailing? The earth. The earth. The earth. All the way down. Whew. Cold start to get to your head too out here sometime. Whew. All right. Okay. And 2/3, you're not getting away by far. It just ain't happening. So, you can go and pray to sweet Jesus all you want, which the name really don't exist. You pray to him all you want. It's not going to work. You be found hand in hand, you're going to be going right along with him. Right along with him. If you be found. If you be found. But for you brothers and sisters that's out there, Aqua and how do you say it? I got to work on my Hebrew. Brothers and sisters, I'm going to say. All right? That's in this faith, the 1/3 remnant, along with the hopeful 144,000. Hey, Just stay in your prayers, stay in your meditations, stay in the scriptures, okay? And keep the faith beyond anything. And pray to the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Hamashiach. Okay? That's what we need in these times. That's what's going on. You know, in these dreadful times. Where somebody's getting ready to try to, you know, upset over a birthright that he sold. Okay? And getting ready trying to usurp, trying to bring in draconian laws. Okay? You know, but under witchcraft. That's where it's starting at, under witchcraft. So what's going on with that is, you know, medicine is a witchcraft. Some of the elders over at Great Millstone, you know, that's where I get a lot of research and a lot of teachings from. Okay, but that's exactly what the medical industry has. They work the number on the people here. They work the number. Okay, but that's all witchcraft. It's sorcery. Okay, so I take no credit from that. I kind of knew a little bit about that beforehand, but you know, the brothers over at Great Millstone, they go into depth with studying, and that's what the truth is about. I love facts. Okay, that's my thing. Facts, not feelings. Facts. This ain't for everybody. You 2/3, your asses is grass. You know who you are. Woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, that take counsel, but not of me. So what are you doing in these churches? Every single Sunday, what are you doing? Who are you praying to? What are you not bringing out? What are you not telling the truth about? Especially you old heads. What are you not telling the truth about? The very truth, that what pertains to the doctrine itself. Not your spin-off, because you love doing spin-offs. Spin-offs and payoffs. Let's read the book of Isaiah chapter 30, verse 1 again. Woe, which means destruction, to the rebellious children, saith the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin. Carnality. A lot of that goes on. Carnality. Jake run around all day wishing on whatever star. You know, you go to church, you're wishing for a dollar bill or a piece of hemp paper with a dead man on it that was a rape robber, a killer, a convict. This house, that car, okay, this education, this scholarship, okay. You know, Jake only good for calling on the Lord when something go wrong, but always calling on the fake one, of course. Never calling on the right one. Never calling on the right one. And it's a damn shame. And he gonna get y'all niggas for that too. Yeah, that's right. I said niggas. He gonna get you for that too. Verse 2. Book of Isaiah chapter 30, verse 2. That walk. Let me see if I'm in the right spot. Yeah. Book of Isaiah chapter 30, verse 2. That walk to go down into Egypt, synonymous with bondage, okay? That's what this is. So let's read it. That walk to go down into Egypt and have not asked at my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh. Okay, your modern day Pharaoh right now is Donald Trump and that other clown that's getting ready to be in office. Okay, that's y'all king. Okay, not my king. That's y'all king. And to trust in the shadow of Egypt, which is synonymous with bondage again. Okay, that's y'all king. Bunch of bug outs everywhere you go. Bug outs. You know, outwardly. Yeah, you got some cardinal. You got some. You got cardinal. You know, Israelites, but you got. There's a lot more sellouts. Whether you cardinal or not, there's a lot of sellouts. Because you're confusing people. You're feeding your own belly. It's all over the internet. Hell, it's everywhere you go. Actually, to be honest with you, you can discern the spirit a little bit. People want to be robots and controlled. I don't. See, I'm not willing to give up my free will. And what's my free will? What is my free will? The right not to be in bondage, and under the yoke of my oppressor. That's my free will. Okay? To be under my heavenly Father, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai Hamashiach. That's my free will. But right now I'm in a chain. You know, a chain of events has happened in history. This is a punishment being lifted up off of us for the ones that are waking up. So yeah, everybody go off, but you know, this is a practice run. This is a practice. Hopefully, I'm part of the elect. This is a practice run. Put a different style glove on here. Excuse me. Put a different style glove on. Getting numb out here a little bit. If I can find it. Different style glove on. Gotta be able to warm my hands up. Boy. All right. Where was I? So Jake wanna, 2/3 wanna stay in bondage. You know, they love their oppressor that much. They want everything to go back to normal, which is not going back to normal. Okay? It's not going back to normal. There's no such thing called normal here no more. Okay? Verse 10, the book of Isaiah, chapter 30, verse 10. Which say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not. Unto us, right things. Speak unto us smooth things. Prophesy deceit. Now, what do they do in these churches? What do they do? All day long on Sunday. Sun worship.